Hey guys, Rob out here at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com on about March, a couple days to St. Patty's Day, I'm going to say 14th, 2019. And I'm out here as always to shoot you guys a video of a boat that is being listed, actually has been listed, and I just haven't had a chance to get to it. As you guys know, I am not a marine mechanic, a detailer, or a surveyor, but this is going to be about a 10-minute video. The videos will get longer now because, as you guys know, in the area, I'm a single dad working 30 to 40 boats. This is your tire kick and walkthrough, and I will try and cover any negative that I can find, so we can just cut right to the chase and get this done. This is a 2011 216 DC dual console Sea Fox. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right with the trailer. The trailer is in very nice condition. Obviously not like new. We have torsion axle, yes, with 2-wheel disc brakes. I'm assuming the disc brakes are, will surge. Assuming that the brakes are working, because when I went to back up, they locked up on me. So we'll kind of go with that. The lights are not working on this trailer, so that is going to stay that way. I will not be changing the lights, so keep that in mind. Everything that I'm showing you here is as is, and I'll get into the reasonings why on that. There will be no extra work done. Tires are in nice shape. Hubs are greased. Up forward here, there's a spare tire that comes with it. I'm actually going to cut this lock off because we can't find the key, and make sure there's air in this tire, and then I'll just stick a bolt in there. Obviously, the lights are going to be on you. And should that cover it on the trailer? Yes, overall trailer in very nice condition. Oh, yes. I do have a readable VIN plate on the trailer, but we do not have paperwork on this trailer. So in South Carolina, it's not required. So if you're going to be in North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, or somewhere where you're going to require an MSO or a title for the trailer, I cannot help you. Although this vessel has South Carolina call ID numbers, this boat is Georgia registered and titled. Just the boat itself, so, you know, engine just goes with it. If you have any questions on that, I'm more than happy to kind of cover that. As far as the, I know there was something else I wanted to cover. As far as the exterior hull goes, it is what it is. You have this Sea Fox gray that is, you know, could use definitely some bright work if you want to pull it out. Personally, me, you know, I don't really care. But if that's something you want to do, that's up to you. As you guys can see here where the Sea Fox letters were, where you can probably bring it to. And moving forward, it does obviously get nicer. Now, also in this particular area, the white's in very nice shape. I'm not really showing any problems. It could just use a little bit of white on off. As you can see, if you put a little on off, that white will come right back up. Just be careful with that product, because if you let it run into your bottom paint, it's going to streak it. So now that I covered that, rear of the vessel, as you guys can see, Lenco trim tabs. Now let me just go on starboard side. Pretty much the same thing. Nothing really negative to report, other than a standard 2011 hull that could use a detail. Now, let me get into the crux of the matter here. This is a Yamaha 150 TXR. This is a second owner vessel. This vessel was actually a Bluffton, South Carolina boat and then moved to Georgia. Now it's, you know, in my hands to get sold, even though it's still a Georgia boat. This, we had no service records on the engine itself. The seller just put in a really good expense to get a full engine survey done on the motor. We are running 294.7 hours at the moment. I'm going to put her on the water as soon as the tide comes in. New plugs, new oils, new water pump, and anodes were also inspected. We have an engine report. In addition, 210 compression, dead on all 4 chambers. It's an inline 4. So you got 210 compression, complete service done on the vessel. On that particular motor, and clean anode ports as well. Those are inner anodes, and I have pictures of that. I have all of this information available to you. Now, as I'm climbing up onto the boat, with trying not to lose the phone, In those 294 hours, 125 of it is 0 to 1,000 RPM. I think another 50 are running 1,000 to 2,000 RPM. So you're running 300 hours on this motor, and basically half of it at idle. So, and in the realms of 2,000 to 5,000 RPMs, spread pretty evenly. You know, obviously you got to get where you're getting. Now, in addition, the mechanic walked through the vessel. I just got it dirty. I just cleaned the pollen off, you guys. In addition to the inspection done by the mechanic, your deficiencies are and will remain this. The 2 batteries that are in the boat were charged and tested. They're supposed to be 800 cranks, holding 800 cranks. They're only holding at about 600 cranking amps. Those batteries, I would replace them this season, if not when I got the boat. In addition, the bilge pump, which is actually, Seafox did a manual and an auto built into the same thing, where a lot of bilge pumps will have a float switch for the automatic. It's actually a 2-gear pump, I guess. The manual aspect of the pump is working. The auto aspect of the bilge pump is not working. So if that's something you want to replace, go right ahead, but you are good on manual for now. Hummingbird, Helix 5, Fusion.
If you're around there, I'd love to see you as well. Come up and say hi. Have the same pattern.
There's no VHF on the boat. Moving forward into the bow area, as you guys can see, cushions are in very nice condition. For a 2011, I don't have any complaints. You probably got a little bit. You guys can see this right here. I could probably get that out with a couple of my techniques, but you know, I really don't have the time to do so or attempt to, but that would be your worst case scenario if you couldn't. Plenty of storage all the way on board, including up in this area. I will make sure you guys get the fenders, the throw over, set of life jackets, and you know, anything else to keep your safety, along with the 2 lines that are on the vessel. As I move mid-ship here, if you guys take a look, once again, the cushions are in very nice shape, but you also can see here, you're going to get a little bit of sun wear and tear, which could probably be cleaned up. And over on the captain's chair, I want to point out, because I don't want anybody walking in front and going, you know, what the heck? You guys can see you got some stitching coming out right here, and you got some stitching coming out right here, but once again, really not that big of a deal. As I'm moving through stern of the vessel, as you guys can see right here, you got this tear right here in this cushion. The reason for that is these pieces will pop out, and this will come down into that. I am going to wire tie strap those for you, so when you ride home that you're not really dealing with that. Honestly, we could just probably put the whole bimini down if you're going a long distance. Let's just put the whole thing down. Also, there were no bolts and screws. Those are actually mine. I don't even know if they're the right kind or appropriate, but they're holding. So overall, that's pretty much the nuts and bolts of the vessel. She's nice, she's clean, she's a 2011, clearly low hours and well maintained. Your services are all done and ready to go. Obviously, if you want to change the bilge pump, that's on you, and I would change the batteries, that's also on you. I have engine report, pictures of compression, everything you would need as far as inspection goes. To get you up to speed. There's no mysteries here. You guys who know me, this is what it is, and that's where we're at. So anyway, what we're going to do here is I am going to tighten everything up. The ramp's probably about 3 minutes for me, so I'm going to hit the water and just run some specs. I'll try and run a video for you guys too as well. So Rob at ImAlwaysInHotWater.com. I hope that helps you out on this 2011 Seafox 216 DC with a Yamaha 150 TXR, countering out right now at about 295 hours. And I'm wishing you guys a great and safe boating day. Rob signing off.